Hey guys, boys and girls, what's going on? The ASL saga continue. Let's hope for some more wickedness today because we've had some crazy games yesterday and Lee Bak-Ti-sang Bisu is out. I mean out as in out playing, not as in out as in no longer in the battles. He's out there and he's shown to us that he still's got the charm, even though, it's kind of a little bit of a weird charm, but he managed to escape through the last minute. Let's see if the remaining two players from the T-Bak Lee Sang K-pop group will qualify today. Of course, we know that one of the member of the Lee Bak-Ti-sang K-pop group, Flash, is not in the band anymore. But the other three band members are still out here. So let's see if they will all qualify for the round of 16. This is Group D, as you know. No, excuse me, not Group D, Group E. I always mix up with the group names. And Tier 1 player is going to be Queen. Tier 2 player is Jaedong. Tier 3 player is Stork. And Tier 4 player is a relatively unknown kid by the name of Skey. I'm going to call it Skey. I'm not so sure if it's Ski or Sky. If you know a different way to pronounce his name, let me know because I only know one way. But anyways, this kid's gonna be very interesting. A lot of people in the crowd. I think a lot of people is actually gonna be cheering for Queen here because he's the incumbent. But of course, okay, what is this? Queen and Jaedong. A lot of Queen and Jaedong fans in the crowd. Very, very nice. Yeah, the first map is gonna be always Eclipse, and looks like Queen is gonna be located at the bottom left, and Skey located at the top right. Let me just quickly check what Skey was doing prior to this game. He was defeating Movie. That's right. He defeated in the prelims day 2. He defeated Movie in a very anticlimactic final in which Movie was really not playing Starcraft. But anyhow, Skey is here to kind of show us what is it like to be a new player in Starcraft. That's right. Skey is a completely brand new player. He's not related to any any of the old Casper's leagues. He's not he's very young as well, as I would just quickly showed you. First, I'm just going to show you some good stuff here. Here's some good stuff. This drone is going to try to attack the SCV. The SCV is very close to dying, but it looks like at the last minute, Queen is going to save it. Excuse me, yes, Skey is at the bottom left, guys. What am I thinking? I think I said it wrong, and Queen is at the top right. But let me just quickly show you some good stuff, some good information for you. First of all, let me just move this to the right location because I don't think this one is correct. 1 second for me, please. Yeah, I don't want to be hiding that thing so much. Alright, I guess we'll just fix this later. How about bam, there we go. Very quickly. Alright, another hatchery comes down for Queen. So it looks like Queen is gonna be doing just okay here, not having any kind of problems at all against Skey's opening. And yeah, we should see how these two players will progress together. But let me just, as I finish fixing this goddamn banner, I will just quickly show you some good stuff in, up there. Just a second. There we go. So that's fine for now. I will fix it in the next part of this game. Looks like this SV from Skey is gonna get pushed back. Here is the name card for Skey. Alright, looks like SV is getting sniped, so Skey is not that good. So this is what Skey looks like. His name is Kim Young-jin. He is born in 1995. He's so young, 29 years of age, only 183 centimeters, and he's affiliated with none of the old Casper's leagues or teams because he's a completely brand new amateur player. I think this is the first time we've seen an amateur player actually participating in the ASL. I don't think anyone else is qualified. I guess maybe Scan. Yes, Scan is also kind of an old player. But I mean, like, he's not really in any old Casper's team. Even Speed was belonging to one of the old teams. So that's it. This guy's got very young Africa TV and YouTube presence. He's never been in any ASL before. This is his first time around. That's great. That's very good to know. And of course, Queen is of course a very renowned player. Here is his player card if you're wondering. Queen Kim Myung-woon, and his other alias is Zero. Born in 1990, he's 168 centimeters tall, and he used to play for Woonjin Stars together with, I think, Light. His current university affiliation is MCU, and of course he's got a rather okay followings on Africa TV and YouTube channel. Of course, he's the only one of the players who got a lot of ASL, and his latest best performance was a long time ago though, season 10, when he was firstly ranked. Let me just quickly show you, what you have seen. He looks like Queen is gonna try to pull up some shenanigans by hiding the build. He's gonna be going for the spire. So 3 hatch is already finished, and this is good for Queen on Eclipse. You can easily take your 3 bases. I think a Zerg, but the 4th base is going to be the problem. So let's see if Skey will have some chances to attack here. Looks like this has, we will see that there are going to be 2 Sunkens at each of the bases, and he's going to back up. Yeah, let me just quickly show you the accomplishments of these players. So as you can see, Queen has won 2 ASL, right? He's been in 2 finals and he's won them both. He's been in a lot of quarterfinals, a lot of semifinals, and so forth. I don't have Skey because this is Skey's first ever ASL, so he doesn't have any stats. But we see that Jaedong and Stork are kind of accomplished, but not as much as Queen. You see that Jaedong has been in 1 semis. That's it. He's not been in any finals. So that is the situation we have between these 2 players. Anyhow, let me find a way to fix this banner. I think there's got to be a way to fix this banner, everybody. So just pay attention to the screen while I don't, say any words. And I would try to fix this banner for you. Looks like some Zerglings are gonna get destroyed here. Yeah, we've seen some nice upsets from new players such as BTS. You know that the other day BTS almost made it out of his group alive, so that was very nice to see that BTS could have a chance here. And let's see if Skey will have a chance as well. Looks like Submarine's gonna start to go out, and hold on, I'm gonna fix this banner once and for all. Alright, that's a lot better. There we go. Okay, things are looking good. Alright, so what's happening in this game? Let's finally focus on this TVZ. 6 minutes and 47 of the game. Looks like Queen's gonna be coming up to Mutas. It's got 2, 4, 5 the Mutas, and on this center map we're gonna be having a very fast starport. And Skey is doing all the right thing, sniping the Overlord, catching some Zerglings off guard. It would be a lot better if he goes for a bunker at front just to be completely safe here. But looks like for the time being, he's doing not so bad. He's got some turrets on the high ground. These Mutas will try to, take the advantage of the situation at this expansion. The SCV needs to run away. There are how many turrets? There are 3. There need to be another one that is coming up now. Looks like Queen doesn't have any opening at all. He doesn't find any chances to attack, and Skey is defending correctly. He's defending very much correctly. So let's see how these players are going to be looking it out. And of course, we're going to be look at the long-term vision of this encounter. We want to see if the Zerg will make it to Hive and to defile attack, and then what is going to be the response for Terran, because Terran has not had good chances at all to attack against us. And by the way, did you see that game between Flash and Soki where Flash showed his brand new, I guess not really brand new, but newly refined invincible build against Zerg, where he goes massive Goliaths. I don't know why these other Terran players don't copy from Flash, because it seems, oh my god, is that tank like trapped between the fact, it's not trapped. It would have been very funny if he had to lift one of his buildings to get that tank liberated. Anyways, we do have the first Valkyrie of the game now, so that's nice. Let me just quickly show you guys something else though. I'm going to show you guys the elo stats of these players, because I think you guys all want to know. Here are the elo stats of the players. Here are the top 10 players in Broodwar today. As you can see, Queen is very highly ranked. He's number 3. Jaedong is not highly ranked. Jaedong is out of the top 10, and Stork has barely just started playing again. Of course, Skey is very low in the elo ranking. I'm perplexed by the placements of those Sunkens. They're not exactly tight, if you know what I mean. Not like jeans tight. They are just kind of like evenly spaced out. Just that reminds me of the way that the Terran player builds their supply depots to avoid them getting all destroyed by Reaver drop against Protoss. Anyways, this attack from Skey is looking deadly. He's scanning. Maybe he's prepared a specific build for this map, man. These Valkyries are gonna try to snipe the Overlord, but he needs to be not too cocky here. Need to keep all of his forces together. Mutualists are gonna try to attack, and looks like Skey pulls back. Skey knows that he needs to kind of hang out here a little bit, and he will have the first 2 siege chances. Gonna be very careful to scan. He will destroy some of these Sunkens first. The rest of the Mutualists gonna try to chase around and look for any kind of reinforcement. Not able to see. The Valkyrie is gonna try to take one shot, and the first Valkyrie is not yet destroyed. The Valkyrie's attack, but not yet that is damaged a bit. And looks like this lurker is gonna come forward, and looks like the tanks will destroy them now. One lurker down. this sunken will fall, but the tank is very close to dying, but the tank no, the tank died! The first tank died, so that was a huge mistake that has, I think, costed Skey a little bit here. It definitely was, you know, very dangerous for him to lose that tank. It looks like the first Valkyrie, Valkyrie victim of the game was scored there. This tank is going to be joining with another tank. There's going to be lurker coming from the back. Are these stop lurkers? Does Skey see? I don't know if he see or not. He will need to protect them all. He's going to try to destroy those lurkers, but it looks like these lurkers are falling all the way back. The Defiler is almost getting ready, and reinforcement is going to getting scraped to pieces here. But it looks like the Marines come to, they will destroy one of the lurker, but that's going to give a chance, I think, for Skey to come for the counter. But it looks like Queen is not attacking at the right moment because these tanks have pulled back, and now reinforcement coming from the back. But that allows just really vital time, I think, for Queen to move his lurkers out, and Defiler will be coming for. And is that a Nidus Canal or what? Looks like these Scourges are gonna get sniped. Tanks gonna be shelling from the low ground, but they can only reach the first sunken. They cannot reach the lurkers behind, and the Nidus Canal is almost completed. Looks like there's gonna be some Valkyries against Guardian action here. I'm not so sure if Skey was able to scan the Guardians or not. He needs to make sure he can see it. The second sunken will fall, but there will be more sunken, and lurkers gonna be on high ground. Now together with the Nidus Canal, the Defiler just need to appear. The game will be completely safety and reset, I think. A single medic providing some nice region. These tanks are gonna be coming out here, and looks like these Valkyries gonna get destroyed. The first Valkyrie is gone. The second Valkyrie is gonna be very careful. He's gonna try to attack or what? He's gonna pull the tank back, and Skey is playing very good Starcraft. I mean, he's of course, I think, disadvantaged almost a little bit here, but you know, his play proved to us that he's very nimble. He's not like the old way where you are refusing to change your ways and to adapt and to pivot. He's actually pivoting. He's assessing the situation, seeing whether it's worth attacking or not. If it's not worth attacking, he will come back and continue the game. And Skey is playing perfect Starcraft, if you ask me, compared to Queen, who's supposed to be a lot better in skill level. But anyways, the game is not ending just now. We're going to be having more actions between these two players. Now, it looks like there's going to be a small transition into mech. This is the answer. Terran needs to transition into mech against late game Zerg, and I think Skey has found a perfect balance between the flash build and the traditional TVZ build with all bio here. Let's see, he's got to try to come out here. He's going to see that there's nothing on his high ground. It is a potential third base, and he will see that. He's going to be able to expand, you know, float his command center over very safely. A single Marine coming out just to scout and see where the Zerglings might be coming. We have +1 armors upgrade on the Zerglings here. This Valkyrie, I'm not so sure if it's got mines yet or not. He needs to start to make mines. These Zerglings will all die. Very nice defense here from Skey. Skey is behind in supply though. After all of that attack, he's behind in supply, so things are not looking very good for him. But this is a transitional period for Skey. He's transitioning from a dictatorship to a democracy. No, I'm just kidding. He's transitioning from bio to mecha. The first science of the game is destroyed, and this is kind of really the key difference between an amateur and a pro gamer. But we have Skey, who's gonna try to invent a new way to play against Zerg. He comes out with some vultures. He's going to try. He needs to snipe the Defiler. He's not seeing. What are you doing? What is he doing? He loses, I think, 1 vulture. He's gonna try very hard, and looks like nice irradiate, but the Defiler was destroyed. Looks like these Marines gonna come on the high ground and try to snipe that hatchery. Very good, but we have a lot of Guardians coming from the back, and these Guardians will one-shot the Marines, man. Looks like that Marines will fall, that we would snipe the science, the drones, of which are going to be very nice here. But now when reinforcement come through, the scientists will need to run away, but it's not able to run away, so he loses his science vessels, and now Skey is hugely behind in terms of supply. But the war situation is not so bad for Skey because he's got his 4 factory, his transition is going well, he's got mines, he's got tanks, he's not need to complement it a little bit with Goliaths because there's going to be some Guardians on the field here. And on this map, Guardians can attack, for example, against this ridge, against the expansion. They can try to come from here and attack from the northern side. So there are many ways for the Guardians to make themselves useful. And it looks like these Guardians start to come out now and try to make their way towards the expansion. And this is going to be very dangerous. So Skey need to prepare some Valkyries, maybe some Raids or something like that, because those Guardians in those positions are very nicely placed. Anyways, Watchers are going to start to come out, and the potential 4th base here will get assault. Of course, there's another hatchery coming up. So this game is looking very interesting, and let's see if the old player is going to be able to defeat the new player now. Looks like this Vulture is going to try to come through, and he needs to have a small engagement against the Hydras, but a little bit clumsy here. Looks like the Valkyries will come out, and the first Valkyrie is going to get sniped, and that's really unfortunate. Skey knows about the danger. He knows that there's going to be Guardians on the field. Let's see how he responds to this threat now. Hydras coming out in massive numbers. There are, I think, enough tanks to cover for everybody. I'm not sure the Science Vessel is looking around. He does a nice irradiate, and one of the Guardians, going to fall back here, but there's still 4 more Guardians. Vultures running around the map, and we need to have really good micro and APM. Looks like Skey's got the perfect APM 400. But anyways, the first Guardians fall. There's gonna be more Guardians falling here. These tanks are gonna try to stop these lurkers from moving forward, and these positions are kind of exposed. The tanks actually not in the right location. This Vulture is not laying enough mines. At least the tanks are spread out quite nicely, so we're gonna be having a lot of splash damage. Nice irradiate, no, not irradiate. What is that thing called? Red blood on one of those group of forces here, and those tanks are gonna be plagued for the rest of their lives. But for the timing, Skey is not dead, but he lost a lot of SCVs in the process, and now Queen is up 5 bases. Things are gonna be looking very dire here for Skey. Unless he can come up with a lot of mines. There's going to be mine drag onto the tank. That was a horrible attack. And now it's gonna be the moment, I think, for Queen to come in and clean up the floor. Possibly he's got +2 armors upgrade and +1 weapons on his forces. The Vultures are doing good attack, but you can see the Skey's build is not refined. He's got the right idea, but his execution is not yet up to the level of the pro gamers, and now we have Queens. Of course, true to his name, Queen will make Queens. We finally have some scan. I mean, this is like the 60-minute game, and Skey finally scans, even though he's got a lot of scanners ready. Of course, he's an amateur, and this is like, in my country, we have an expression: you are kind of suffocated from your first ever televised appearance. I mean, that is possibly what is happening right now. Anyways, Hydra's gonna be on the high ground, and Zerg is gonna come to the Goliaths, need to attack. And looks like now these tanks are not sieging in correctly. There's gonna be a nice mine drag to destroy those forces, and the Science Vessels even plague as well. Hydra's gonna move right through those. What is that mine? This is a terrible mine location. Why is he placing these mines so close to his tanks? He will spread out and he will have good attack, but he needs to start to repair. He needs to send more SCVs to the front to repair, but it looks like Queen is wasting a lot of the forces as well. So these tanks are able to hold for some time, but Queen is stopping his enemy to 3 bases, and things are going to be looking very interesting in the next couple of minutes. Some Vultures need to come out. This is exactly what they need to do. You just need to keep on making mines, and maybe make a bunker on this high ground possibly. And it looks like this Hydra's going to get attacked if Queen can cut off this ramp and stop any tank from supporting that base, and that base will be falling very fast here. The more Hydras coming through, they're gonna try to destroy the mines here. They get mixed in with the tank, but there's a lot of mines. Looks like at the last minute these Hydras will fall possibly, and Skey is trading really well. Hydras need to run on the high ground. They do run on the high ground. 2 Hydras make it on the high ground, but looks like Skey will be able to save that base possibly, I think. He's gonna try to kill 1 Marine. Of course, the Marine's being repaired by 2 medics, so it's very strong. But now Skey 132 supply and Queen 140. Queen's got 9 queens now, but Skey start to come out and start to kind of go on the counter offensive now. Let's see how much damage you can do here. Of course, when you play this kind of build, you need to be patient. As a Terran player, you need to be super patient. You will win only after a long and arduous battle. You don't win outright. Do not throw out your entire army to the Zerg force. You need to be very slow and meticulous. But now, this is going to be the first challenge, the first real challenge that Skey will face here, because he's going to get 9 of his tanks converted into baby Zerglings or baby Queens or whatever they're called. Looks like they're going to arrive right now. There are no Goliaths to protect. There are a couple of Goliaths, but not enough. The attack comes through, and now the this ramp towards the 3rd base is completely opened. So even the Queens escape. You can see on the minimap they escape and go back home. But these SVs are doing good repair jobs. So the game is not yet fully over, and Skey is fighting an uphill battle. But this is very good try for me. He will have a good try against either Stork or Jaedong in the other game. So that's something we need to think about. Anyways, these Defilers will come through now with the Overlords to actually spot. There's enough tanks. They need to siege, need to attack with the Vultures. What are the Vultures doing? The tanks are sieging in the wrong formation, but the next attack is too close to the tank now. But we have a Vulture drop at this other base. We're not seeing it right now on screen. The tanks are doing good shots. They need to do great splash up at him. GG from Skey, and Queen has proved that between the pro gamer and the pro lamers, there's still a huge difference in skill. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this class, bye. It's going to be in the video description. See you soon. Bye.